We are back live on a Friday. I know I said 9 o'clock, but to tell you the truth, I'm going to go play video games with my sister online, and that's why I have to do this early. But it's great to be on here again. It's another week, it's another Friday, and it's another week down to growing this beard for 3 years. One thing that I love to drink is these Waterloos, sparkling water. It's great. Kind of curs my appetite a little bit because it's you know you get the little bubblies and non-alcoholic, of course. So that's always fun, right? But yeah, it's been quite a week. It's always quite a week, isn't it? I'm constantly using the Live Bearded Legend sandalwood and vanilla beard oil. I've been using this for the past 2 weeks and I'm really liking it. It smells great. And I don't need to use a lot. Just a little bit goes a long way, you know. I don't know if you can tell, but there's still quite plenty on the top. So 2 weeks of use, pretty good. Smells great too. Live Bearded brands. It's a good brand. So try it out. Hopefully you guys are having a good week, or you guys had a good week, and you're hopefully looking forward to the weekends, just like I am. The weekends is the days to look forward to, right? As soon as Friday night comes, bam, let's get ready to have some fun, relax, party, have some good times, like I will be tonight, playing video games with my sister online. We used to do couch co-op all the time when I was living back in the California, you know, back in the day. But now, thank goodness for technology, right? We get to play video games co-op online. That's like the coolest thing that I can continue to do. I am slightly a gamer, you know, even though I look like I'm really old right now. I think my mother-in-law, you know, is calling me Santa because of the white beard, and I don't disagree with her. But I've been using this. This is something that's very useful for my beard. My beard gets very itchy very fast, and I sleep on my side, so I sleep on my cheek, and then when I wake up, you know, it's kind of like, you know, pressing a Brillo pad into your skin all night. So this actually alleviates the itch. So I'm really liking it. And coincidentally, this is the original brush that I used with the 1 year beard 10 years ago. So this thing is lasting a long time. I gotta clean it though, because I can tell that there's some stuff inside it, but I mean, I'm trying so hard to clean it. You just tell me exactly how I can clean this thing, and maybe, you know, I might listen. But welcome, guys. You guys are always welcome to say anything in the chat. You know, I'm a very easygoing person. I will try to read any comments, and, you know, but yeah, today is just like a regular day for any day. For me, for you, for everyone. So how about we get right into the bearded legend of the day. The bearded legend of the day is... I don't know if that's annoying or something, but Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass, right over here. Wonderful, legendary icon of men who have beards. Not only does he have a beard, but he is... Well, I'm just going to read it from ChatGPT because I'm not that great of a public speaker, right? You know, I'm getting better, but, you know, realistically, I'm just a guy that likes to grow a beard. I'm a guy who knows how to grow a beard. I didn't have any talent growing this beard. I just kind of grabbed it from my genes, from, you know, my ancestors, and they were like, here, one of these days you're going to be able to grow a beard. And I'm like, okay, I'll grow a beard. So, you know, I just got to deal with the cards that I have, growing a beard for 3 years. So about Frederick Douglass, the bearded legend behind me. He was one of the most powerful beards in American history, believe it or not. His beard symbolizes authority, wisdom, and defiance. In the time that it was pretty, pretty bad back then. I mean, there was slavery, so he was alive, when slavery was happening. So, a man who is self-educated, disciplined, and relentless. Very on brand for a very long-term growth journey, like myself. Um, so, anyways, the reason why ChatGPT decided to generate a legendary beard like Frederick Douglass, because his appearance was intentional. His beard helped project strength and dignity in a hostile environment at the time. So, pretty good. And he kind of looks like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, he looks like my wife's father, Roosevelt. He kind of looks like the eyes and the, yeah, like if he grew a beard, I could see that, you know. He's got that Don King hair going back in the, not as like, crazy, but like, nice and this is a dignified gentleman right here, you know? I'm liking this guy already. And what's even better is he was self-taught. Like he was self-educated. Somehow, like some great people who know how to grow beards very well and stand out with presence, like this guy, they grow beards and they're self-educated. They don't need anyone teaching them anything. That's pretty admirable. I admire people like that. So, some more interesting facts of Frederick Douglass is he chose his own last name. Douglas apparently wasn't his last name. In fact, Douglas came from a character in Ivanhoe. Reinvented man, reinvented name. You know? Can you blame the guy? This guy reinvented himself, not only with his dignity, his presence, but with his beard. And that's what I want to be when I, get to that length. Well, obviously, in the next 3 years, I'm going to get longer, but, I want to be that type of person that, has a presence with my beard. Some more interesting facts. He was the most photographed American in 19th century. That's pretty a hard pill to swallow. I mean, look at this guy. This guy, look at his beard. That's an awesome beard. Awesome looking beard. And actually more than Lincoln, apparently. I didn't know Lincoln was photographed that much, but I mean, he understood the image and presence in a way of his time, bearded included. He refused to smile in photographs. Well, I'm not gonna say that that's, a bad thing, right? Like, who cares, If, in fact, ChatGPT mentions that he believed smiling made black men look unserious or submissive in that era. And that kind of makes sense. I can kind of understand, I don't know because obviously I'm white, but like, being in a situation like that in that time where segregation and slavery was happening, like, you just imagine like if you were in that position, yeah, you had to be seen as serious, with dignity, not submissive because you didn't want to be pushed around, you wanted to be respected. And this man was sought, he was soughting after respect. He had that respect. I mean, look at the guy. He's one of the most iconic figures in American history. So there's something to be said about that. Who cares if you don't smile in your photos? You still look great. That doesn't, tell you who you are as a person. I'm pretty sure he was a fun guy to drink with, or have a scotch or something. Yeah, he seems like a fun guy, but a serious, dignified guy. And again, completely self-taught. That's again super impressive in that time, because it was very important to get an education, and a lot of people had access to schools and education. So it was pretty impressive that, despite his restrictions, he was able to self-teach, you know, he was able to teach himself anything that he wanted because he was that smart. You know, that says a lot about a smart man. And he was actually the first black man not nominated for Vice President of the United States. What? That's pretty cool. And apparently he didn't campaign for it, but still, that's like historic, impressive. He was obviously an influential person back in that time. And he met Abraham Lincoln multiple times. And Lincoln actually listened to him, a rarity at the time. I'm just reading what ChatGPT says, so I don't know how accurate this is, but it's really interesting to see these types of figures with beards stand the test of time. I mean, Frederick Douglass continues to be talked about till this day because of his influence, his figure, and his beard. Sir Frederick Douglass, you are going to always be remembered. And thank you so much for being a part of my Bearded Legend list. So yeah, fun times. I really like the idea of doing like, legendary beards every Friday. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's a fun addition. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to try to mix it up because ChatGPT was trying to, prompt it. Would you like me to switch it up? Have a silly one or a very iconic figure one? Like I'll probably switch it up so that way it's not like, so, Abraham Lincoln, Frederick Douglass, and then all like going from like history all the way up. I'm not gonna probably do that. I'll probably just like mix it up so it makes it more interesting. I'll probably do a very modern celebrity, maybe with a beard next time. Who knows? Let me know. And if you have any requests, I might even use it. So yeah, please send me requests of the Bearded Legends list. Bearded Legends, guys. That's something to be kept going every Friday. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys are gonna have a great night. It's Friday, so everyone should be having a good time. I'm just here, just maintaining this beard. Someone was asking me online, like, man, 3 years is a long time. Like, that's gonna get really long. What are you gonna like do? Are you gonna put it in braids? And that got me thinking. I'm like, yeah, maybe I can. Like after maybe a year or two, I can start to braid it in a way where it's like a Viking, like How to Train Your Viking Dragon, or How to Train Your, that from that movie, How to Train Your Dragon, but the Viking style, I don't know if that would look good. I mean, who knows? We'll see. We have a long way to go. But I'm really looking forward to the next day and the next day after that and the next day forward. Just keep moving forward with the many days, growing this 3-year beard. So it's looking very impressive to me, at least, because I think it's because the white hairs are making it look more filled and more prominent. The top of my head obviously is not as thick as my beard, but hey, you get dealt with the cards with you get dealt with what you get. That's what I'm saying. I never fail to be tongue-tied because I'm always just a goofy guy. So, and I'm always just doing this just off the fly. So I don't prepare a lot of things. In fact, today I asked ChatGPT, okay, it's another Friday. Who's going to be the bearded legend for today? And they picked Frederick Douglass. Amazing beard, amazing man, and amazing influence to American history. So, yeah, I don't usually know how long these lives are going to be, but I'm just going to keep talking until I find that I got nothing else to say. Otherwise, hey, you could just, look at my beard, or I could just, say, maybe I'll just play with my sister online earlier or something. Maybe not like, because again, that's why I did this. I want to play video games tonight, and me and my sister, we usually play online all the time. We were just done playing that one game, Borderlands 4, and it was a pretty good co-op campaign. I recommend it. I don't know if it's like a replayable game, but you know, hey, I enjoy that game. And now we're kind of doing some like 2D side scroller, you know, beat 'em ups. There was like this Ninja Turtles game that's kind of like a top down Hades style game where you're just like going from room to room to room to room, trying to progress fast, you know, farther and farther, but you level up every time if you die. So you go back to the beginning, then you keep going, 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 going from room to room to room. Um, it's a fun game, and it's an online co-op, and also another beat 'em up. I forgot what it was called, but yeah, we're doing another beat 'em up game, and what we're really looking forward to is that new Fable game. And Xbox just came out with that showcase today, of all days. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to come out in the fall of this year. So it's a while. But up until then, what is that, like October? So that's like, yeah, that's 10 months. 10 months. Look, just imagine what my beard's gonna look like in 10 months. I mean, you've seen a little bit of the videos, so it's probably gonna be right about here, right there. And then Fable is gonna come out. Fable game, the new Fable. I'm excited. I played the original Fable 1 and 2, and I did play 3, but I didn't really like the 3. It was not that great of a game, but 1 was definitely the best. The special edition, and then 2 was, you know, it was pretty okay. But yeah, aside from growing a beard and eating food, not this guy's beard though. Not just I'm a food guy. I like food, but I also like video games, among other things. I'm a very eclectic person that just knows how to grow a beard without any effort, apparently. All right. Well, I'm probably gonna head out, but I really enjoyed you guys, you know, watching this and continue to watch. And we'll see what the next day brings, you know. And yeah, I'll definitely be there tomorrow uploading for another day. And I'll be there next Friday for another live. So stay tuned, stay tuned for more, and stay tuned for more, and I will talk to you later. You guys have a good night. See you later.